Well, I do think, I certainly think that our season played a positive role in some of the recruiting momentum that we might be experiencing right now. But you can't just have positive momentum and not put in the daily work that our coaching staff has done an outstanding job doing. So I think those two kind of things go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But what I think maybe it's given is some of the, some young people that we're recruiting, a vision of what we could potentially look like. And it's, it's been exciting, but you're so much on the grind. Still, April has become an extremely busy month for coaches, extremely busy. You're gone more than the season. You're busier more than the season. The stress level's not quite the same, but it's stressful. Incidentally, I did just see a doctor because I have a patch of hair falling out the back of my head, and he said it's stress related. So we'll see if that grows back. Don't show it too closely, but yeah, it's been a really busy last month.
When you look at all the stuff that you were able to accomplish last season, and like you said, you lose some pretty significant pieces, what can you take from what you guys did last year that can help with a new roster and a whole bunch of new challenges when you have to replace so much?
Yeah, I think that's when I speak of challenges, that's what I'm talking about. There is what we have to figure out, and some of this is in potentially adding a graduate transfer or two, but a lot of it is how can our returning players, listen, the off season's great because as coaches, a goal for me is how can I improve? How can I become a better head coach? How can I improve on the things that I did poorly last year? And you look at that every year as a head coach and a coaching staff, and I'm assessing all of our coaches. Same thing for players. That's what we're asking them to do right now is how can they improve in areas that need to be improved. That's on all of us to do that. And it's imperative that we do, maybe more than any year I've ever coached, because of, I don't know, I've had years where you lose a lot in terms of both production, play, and leadership, but the whole combination, I don't know that I've experienced a year where you lose this much. But again, that creates an excitement and an opportunity perhaps for some guys, and I'm anxious to see who steps up.
Chris, looking farther ahead, you kind of now get a chance to shape this team. Watching the tournaments, to oversimplify it, you've got Villanova, spread the floor, shoot threes. Yeah. Michigan does that a little bit. That may be the new way of basketball. How do you want to take this team? What do you want it to look like? Are you a believer in that, or watching Villanova, did that show you anything that you didn't already know?
No, obviously competing against them, you got a good feel for how they do things. They have won in years where they've shot an enormous amount of threes and had 5 guys on the floor that have shot threes, and they've also won last year when they didn't shoot it quite as well. But that's kind of always been their MO. You're right, is spread the floor, and Jay's done that for a number of years, and so has John. And I think it's a trend that we've seen, really in the last 10 years, probably. Some would say even longer. I think our team, I think today, in today's game, what both of those teams you think of when you see both of those teams is versatility. So they had a 5-man that made threes, and they had a 5-man that could drive long closeouts. Villanova had 5 3-point shooters, and they switched off the ball, on the ball, ball screen action. So I think without getting too much in the weeds or too specific, versatility is what I would say is if you said, hey, what is you want your team to continue to grow and look like as you build it, I want to add as many versatile pieces as possible.